So here we are in a secret location in West Wales, and lichenologists call this little spot within this valley Lobaria Glen. And we call it that because it's full of Lobaria and other lichens of the old forest community. In particular here we have Sticta sylvatica, we have Nephroma parallel, and then we have the flagship lichen of this alliance, Lobaria pulmonaria, or tree lungwort. This community of lichens used to be much more common in the British Isles as a whole. Now it's restricted to these humid woodlands in the west coast. And as you can see, it's a nice dry sunny day, and these lichens are all dried out and they're a little bit crispy. Just to show what a difference it makes, I'm going to just pour some water onto these lichens, just a little bit. So this is cold water, although it's coming out of a thermos flask. But can you see how the lichen is going a nice, going a nice fresh green? And so this is now activating it for photosynthesis. And because we can see the green, that means the green of the chlorophyll in the algal cells can see the sun. So here we are with another ash tree, this one again supporting lots of lichens of the Lobarion community. We've got lots of the Sticta sylvatica here, which incidentally you can tell because it has quite a strong fishy smell when you rub the lobes. But then we've also got Paltigera here, so this is Paltigera membranacea here, and the Paltigera group have these amazing tooth-like rhizines, they're like little roots on the underside of the lichen, and these tooth-like rhizines gave rise to the name dog lichen for this group of lichens. And it was said that this species, or species like this, could be used as a cure for rabies in times gone by. But all of these blue-grey lichens that you can see here, these are all called cyanolichens, and that's because the photosynthetic partner in these lichens is a cyanobacterium, one of the oldest known organisms on the planet Earth. These lichens, these cyanolichens, are taking nitrogen from the atmosphere and putting it into the ecosystem. And in some woodlands, the cyanolichens can be contributing up to maybe 40% of the total nitrogen fixing in the ecosystem. So on this fallen branch, we can see a lichen, a leafy lichen, that's a Paltigera, and also the lobes of another kind of fungus. And the fungus here is a non-lichenized fungus. Now they look quite similar with these lobes sticking out of the branch, but they're growing in two different ways completely. The lichen is getting its food directly from the atmosphere, photosynthesizing carbon dioxide into carbohydrates, whereas the fungus here, this one is Sterium hirsutum, the hairy curtain crust. This one is growing from the log itself, so it's what we call a saprobe or a saprophyte. It's taking its carbohydrate from the log and turning it into fungus. So the lichens here in Lobaria Glen are really special, and you're probably unlikely to find these lichens in your local woods unless you're maybe on the west coast of Scotland or in nice woodlands in Wales. But all woodlands have lichens in them, and what species of lichens you'll have will depend on the local climate, the microclimate in your woodland, the species of trees that you have, and the prior pollution history of your area.